he'll soon experience, and later that night he is arrested by an armed mob of soldiers and temple guards. This day is also known as Maundy Thursday, Maundy coming from the Latin word mandatum, meaning command, in reference to the command that Jesus gives to his disciples at their Last Supper. In John 13:34, he says, "And now I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other. Just as I have loved you, you should love each other." This, as we know, is not the first time Jesus gives us an instruction relating to love. Earlier in the story, we are told to love the Lord your God and to love your neighbour as yourself. But it's important to note that this isn't just Jesus repeating something he's already said. On the evening before his crucifixion, Jesus is aware that soon his disciples will have to continue the mission he's given them, but without him being there in the flesh as he has been up to this point. Jesus knows how much value there is in a community. He knows it so well that he made the choice to purposely build a community around himself by asking his disciples to follow him. And now it is going to be the task of this group of people to begin building the entire community of the church. Throughout what we get to read of the disciples, they don't seem to get on all that well with each other. They'll argue and bicker and complain. But they are for the most part united in their love for and commitment to Jesus. With this new commandment, I think Jesus is trying to say that to love him without loving each other is not enough. That was not the sort of kingdom Jesus came to create. He's instead commanding these guys that he knows don't get on all that well together to show each other the same love that Jesus has shown to them. A love that's impossible to ever truly understand. And I think this is because Jesus knows that when we build these sorts of communities, we show the love of Christ to those that we invite into them. We see this in the early church. Acts 4 tells us that these believers claimed no possessions as their own and sold everything they had. Let's imagine for a moment that you're living in Jerusalem at this time. Maybe you have a friend who invites you along to a meeting with this strange group that you've been hearing a bit about. Imagine how revolutionary that would have felt. Seeing this group of all ages, genders, ethnicities and classes being able to meet together and share everything they own with those that they've been taught to hate. I think that in that moment, the love of God would be abundantly clear in the room. It's through these radical forms of community that we can best show the radical love of God. So during this time of Holy Week, may we reflect on the communities in our lives that we are a part of, and how best we can show the love of God through those relationships.